There was once a man named George. George was a loving grandfather. He had a very big heart and always loved to help people in need. At night, George volunteered at the hospital. He held tiny babies in the maternity ward. New mothers were so tired, George gave them a chance to rest. During the day, George had another passion. He loved working on cars. He opened his garage to neighborhood kids. He taught them all about engines and tools. The children loved spending time with George. He taught them more than just mechanics. He taught them about hard work and respect. He taught them to believe in themselves. George's garage became a special place. It was a place of learning and laughter. It was a place where friendships were made. It was a place where young minds were inspired. George found joy in the simple things, the sound of a baby's soft breaths, the hum of a well-tuned engine, the smiles on the faces of those he loved. A legacy of love and learning. George's kindness touched many lives. He brought comfort to weary mothers. He ignited a passion for learning in young minds. He showed everyone the power of a helping hand. Reflections in the chrome. The gleaming surfaces of the cars held more than just the image of the world around them. They captured moments, memories, and dreams. Each reflection told a story of the past, the present, and the future. As George worked on the cars, he wasn't just fixing engines or polishing exteriors. He was connecting with a piece of history, a legacy of craftsmanship and dedication. Every bolt he tightened, every part he replaced, was a testament to the countless hours spent perfecting his craft. George had been a mechanic for over 50 years, and in that time, he had seen the world change in ways he could never have imagined. Yet, amidst all the change, the cars remained a constant, a symbol of resilience and continuity. He saw more than just metal. To George, each car was a canvas, a work of art that told a unique story. The dents and scratches were not imperfections but marks of a journey, evidence of the miles traveled and the experiences lived. He often found himself lost in thought, contemplating the lives of those who had once owned these vehicles. What adventures had they embarked on? What dreams had they chased? The cars were silent witnesses to these stories, and George felt a deep connection to each one. He saw the future reflected in the shiny chrome. The polished surfaces were like mirrors, reflecting not just his own image but the possibilities that lay ahead. George believed that the future was not something that happened to us, but something we created. And in the gleaming chrome, he saw the potential for a brighter tomorrow. He imagined a world where the lessons of the past were not forgotten, but used to build a better future. A future where the values of hard work, dedication, and craftsmanship were cherished and passed down to the next generation. He saw the potential in each and every child. George often welcomed the neighborhood kids into his garage, teaching them the basics of car maintenance and repair. To him, it was more than just a hobby. It was a way to instill important values in the younger generation. He saw in them the same curiosity and eagerness to learn that he had once possessed. George believed that by teaching them these skills, he was giving them the tools they needed to succeed in life. He saw the spark of potential in their eyes and knew that they were capable of achieving great things. He knew they would go on to do great things. George's heart swelled with pride as he watched the children grow and develop. He saw them take the lessons they had learned in his garage and apply them to their own lives. Some went on to become engineers, others pursued careers in mechanics, and some simply carried the values of hard work and perseverance into whatever path they chose. George knew that his legacy would live on through these children, and that thought brought him immense joy. The reflections in the chrome were not just images, they were symbols of hope, dreams, and the endless possibilities that the future held. The ripple effect of kindness. Imagine a single drop of water falling into a still pond. The ripples it creates spread outwards, touching every part of the surface. This is much like the effect of a single act of kindness. It starts small, but its impact can be far-reaching and profound. George's acts of kindness had a ripple effect. George was an elderly man who believed in the power of kindness. He spent his days helping those around him, whether it was offering a listening ear, sharing his wisdom, or simply lending a hand. His small, consistent acts of kindness did not go unnoticed. People began to feel the warmth of his generosity and were inspired to pass it on. George's kindness was like that drop of water in the pond, creating ripples that spread far and wide. The mothers he helped went on to raise loving families. George often helped young mothers in his community. He would offer to babysit, provide advice, or simply be there to support them. These mothers, touched by his kindness, went on to raise their children in loving and nurturing environments. They taught their children the importance of kindness and compassion, creating a new generation of individuals who valued these principles. The love and care George showed to these mothers had a lasting impact on their families. The children he taught shared their knowledge with others. George also spent time volunteering at the local school. He would help children with their homework, teach them new skills, and encourage them to be curious and kind. The children he taught were inspired by his patience and generosity. They began to share their knowledge with their peers, creating a supportive and collaborative learning environment. George's influence extended beyond the classroom as these children grew up to be kind and knowledgeable individuals who continued to share what they had learned with others. His love spread throughout the community and beyond. George's acts of kindness did not stop with the individuals he directly helped. The people he touched were inspired to spread kindness in their own ways. They began to volunteer, help their neighbors, and create a more connected and compassionate community. The ripple effect of George's kindness reached far beyond his immediate surroundings, touching the lives of countless individuals. His legacy of love and kindness continued to grow, creating a more caring and supportive world for everyone. A life well lived. This is the story of George, a man whose journey through life was marked by joy, love, and an unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. From his early years to his twilight days, George's life was a testament to the power of kindness and the impact one individual can have on the lives of many. George lived a long and happy life. Born in a small town, he grew up with a strong sense of community and family values. His parents instilled in him the importance of hard work, integrity, and compassion. These values guided him throughout his life, shaping him into the beloved figure he became. As a young man, George was known for his infectious smile and his ability to bring people together. He had a natural talent for making others feel valued and appreciated, a gift that would serve him well in his personal and professional endeavors. He was loved by all who knew him. George's kindness and generosity knew no bounds. He was always ready to lend a helping hand, whether it was to a neighbor in need or a stranger passing through town. His home was a place of warmth and welcome, where friends and family gathered to share meals, stories, and laughter. George's ability to connect with people from all walks of life made him a cherished friend and confidant to many. His relationships were built on trust, respect, and a genuine interest in the well-being of others. He left behind a legacy of love, laughter, and learning. George believed that the greatest gift one could give was the gift of knowledge. He spent countless hours mentoring young people, sharing his wisdom and experiences to help them navigate the challenges of life. His lessons were not just about academic success, but about the importance of character, resilience, and empathy. George's influence extended far beyond his immediate family, touching the lives of countless individuals who were inspired by his example. His legacy is one of enduring love and the belief that every person has the potential to make a positive impact on the world. He proved that one person can make a world of difference. George's contributions to his community were numerous and varied. He volunteered at local shelters, organized community events, and was a passionate advocate for social justice. His efforts were recognized by many, but George never sought accolades or recognition. For him, the reward was in seeing the positive changes he helped bring about. George's life is a powerful reminder that each of us has the ability to make a difference, no matter how small our actions may seem. His story is a celebration of a life well lived, a life that continues to inspire and uplift those who were fortunate enough to know him.